What's good, fellow CEOs? Welcome to the Irony of Gaming. And today we're going to be starting up the Act 3 for Episode 1. Alright, let's get to it. We're almost done with this Act 2. At this rate, if we continue on, finishing it up this fast, we might be able to catch up all the way to, what was it? I think episode 11 or 12 before the Thagirian unit comes out, or before even possibly when the Omen story ends. Hopefully. But yeah, let's continue on. So we had a lot of interesting things that was happening on the last episode from there when when we did the recap. We got duped. We got duped by Seo Yoon. We thought she was Mina thought she was really innocent, but turns out she's not. It's all business to her. But they did encounter a mysterious figure, and we're about to find out what just happened. If you see a man-shaped shadow when there's no one around, run away at once. Shadow hovers around, whereas left behind. Looking for someone to go on a long journey with. Okay. Obsession. Got it. Oh, okay, so we get to use some more units. What do I want to use? Oh, okay, there we go. Story. Okay, so we only had Leo, Milla, and Alex the first time, right? So let's see. What other people are we gonna use? Oh, you know what? Yeah, you know what? We'll use this.
악령의 냄새가 가득한데? 부르는 테이블이 부쩍 늘었네.
Where's the other one? There she is.
악령을
Yeah, we'll use
발견하셨나요?
these units. See how it goes. I mean, they at this rate they're probably gonna annihilate her or whatever obstacle we're about to face. But let's see. Oops. The alt jerks. We're not even gonna say alt squad right now. We're just gonna call them alt jerks. We'll go. Man, this. Oh man, this is real funny. I remember reading this right here back then, and I'm just like, man, Chloe is hilarious. She's a scammer. She likes to delve in spirit stuff. It's just too great. And I'm just like, man, this is our team. Ask the fairy for more questions and answers. Bro, she's trying to summon it. guys, I almost forgot to. Slipped my mind. But yeah, so obviously, if I'm gonna talk about anything spoiler related, you know, I'm gonna count down for like, count down to 5 seconds. That's gonna give you guys enough time to mute the video. And then, once I'm finished talking about what I'm talking about, I'm gonna rotate my mouse like this. And that's gonna give you guys the signal to unmute the video, and then we can continue on reading on and stuff like that. Now, also too, the reason why, now when you saw me lining up my units like that, and so selecting units that's like part of the same squad, so that's basically the rule for me, where I'm obligated to only select units that's part of the same squad. Now, sometimes you're gonna see like 2 different squads working together, but those units are part of the same squad of those, of their respective units. So I can do something like that, which is called like a collaborative effort. But those are usually special occasions, and sometimes, if I'm getting into a specific situation. But yeah, now that we're caught up, let's continue on. Ooh, it's an ominous card. I mean, who knows? Maybe there is some truth to the power that she's looking into. You know what would be crazy though? If like the very whatever higher power that she's like praying to or asking, asking for guidance for, it'll be funny if like, I don't know, some special entity does exist, but it's not the entity that she thinks it is. It might be something very malevolent. And I got a couple of ideas of what that malevolent side could be. Actually, as a matter of fact, I got a theory on something. But just in case, if things could be spoiler related, I'm gonna count down to 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so for those of you who didn't mute the video, so this is like, what she's using, like, I guess she's using tarot cards or something like that. I have a theory that there could be a possibility that this entity that she's praying to or trying to seek guidance to on a spiritual level, maybe this could be either a possible demon lord, or it could be one of the fiends that she could be seeking power for. Now, as you know, we only know that there are 3 fiends, I think, so far, but we only know 2 of them, and that's Lulu and what's her name? Orochi. Yeah, so Orochi and Lulu, but we don't know about the third fiend yet. And who knows, maybe there might be some possibly more fiends, but maybe this third fiend could be a part of, the superstitious type of thing on there. That's a, pretty fun idea to think about. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Uh-oh. Who knows? There might be some higher power that she really is connecting to. You're speaking nonsense again. we go. One of the iconic units. You know, this is really interesting. Like, Mina, it's saying that Mina had gone through a couple of companies in, you know, working as a counter, but she's never encountered a shadow before. It's kind of interesting, isn't it? Where she's not aware of a couple of things when theoretically she's supposed to. She's supposed to have basic knowledge of these things, but she doesn't. Very curious. It's interesting. Do you know anything at all? And she can't answer. Yeah, this one's on you, Hilde. I didn't ask. Oh man. What a tragedy. Interesting. She must have been quite the beast. I wonder. That's an interesting set of words. For those of you who are new to this and whatnot, and you're reading this, I'd keep this in mind, just in case. That's interesting. A beast when she was alive. Really? Well, she wouldn't have become a shadow in the first place. So those that are strong-willed, maybe? And judging by how she's like, you know, screaming and whatnot, so there must be experiences of, you know, strong emotion. So I'm guessing if someone did die, maybe, I'm guessing if they died of high emotions, or, you know, maybe they had really strong will to not die for some reason, then possibly they could become shadows. Let's see.
조무래기들에게 겁먹을 쏘냐?
도착했어. 조언은 넉넉하게 준비했지? 악한 기운을 쫓아낼게.
이거 이렇게 누르면 되는 거 맞지? 힘 느껴지시나요?
Yeah, see, I had a feeling they were gonna use air units, so that's why I brought the support along. She can attack air
이렇게
units.
누르면 되는 거 맞지?
다리 좋네. 한번 날 뛰어볼까?
힘 느껴지시나요? 우리가 눈앞에 있어요. 하하! 일망타진이다.
Hold on. Wait a second. Have you heard that a person can transform into a corrupted object? Only rumors. So you've heard of people possibly turning into corrupted objects, but you've never heard of shadows? See, this is one of the parts that I really did like, especially like in the beginning. Like they talk about exactly how this universe works before you dive too deep into it. So they tell you just everything that you need to know so far, and it's cool that they do it this way. The official name is a demon type, okay? Demon type. All right. Okay. Counters that count numbers. Whenever you resist corruption, when you use superhuman strength, or if you emit energy, I'm guessing like using your abilities, right? That's for using your abilities, or whatever it is that goes against reality. So something that can go against reality, whether it's beyond what you're doing, you as the counter is doing, or whether it's beyond something that you as the counter is doing or you as the counter are doing, the watch will count down. It'll count back up. CRF, Counter Reality Force. I remember seeing like I remember seeing CRF before, but I never I kind of forgot exactly what the full name it was, but it is Counter Reality Force. I'll definitely start remembering that. Well, now you know why these type of individuals are called counters. Really? Interesting. How long has it been too? Since Mina's been a mercenary? Like what, 2 years or so? If I remember correctly. If anybody does know, let me know in the comment section. Because I think it was about 2 years. You're all weird. She's like, this is a madhouse. You're all crazy.
완료. 의뢰금을 청구할게.
Mina, do you remember how you got that watch? Once attached to someone, a shadow never goes away voluntarily. See, this is what's interesting about this too. Like, you may think that the small verbiage that's usually here is like, you know, just talking about things in the moment. But sometimes I would urge you guys to pay attention to these because it can foreshadow a few things on what future updates can be or what the future story could lead to. Kind of, there's some there's a few foreshadowing in a couple of these as you progress through the main episodes. Even the substreams, you tend to start reading these, and sometimes you'll see images. You'll see specific images, kind of like what is it? Okay, so we're on this side, right? So hold on. I wonder, do they have it on Act 1? I don't think so. But yeah, eventually you'll start to see like see like things like these. Sometimes you'll see images like these, and it has nothing to do with the character. So you'll see like a different character, but then when you select the interludes or whatnot, sometimes the character won't even show up in that. But for some reason, they appear here, and I guess it's like an indication that, you know, this person is saying these verbiage of here. But sometimes there's a lot of foreshadowing to it, which is interesting. All right, let's do this. So also too, if you guys didn't notice this either, because I remember a while back, like a long time ago, I didn't really realize it until actually looking at it. But if you look at these, you see how it looks like a sword, right? But in reality, these are gears. These are like gear accessories that's like basically for the watch. So these are the handles for the watch. This is the case for the watch, and these are like the little gears that, you know, that's used to make the watch move. You'd be surprised on how many players don't ever realize that. They're just like, oh yeah, you know, these are the two swords and stuff like that. This is like armor. But then when you really think about it and you look closer, it's like, holy crap, this is a watch. So it's pretty cool that they did it this way. Okay, so what am I gonna do next? Who do I want to use? You know what? I'm gonna use HTR Berry. Yeah, I think that'll be a good idea. Do they have a support? No, they don't. Yeah, this is perfect. Where are you, Bomi? Let's go.
최고의 무대를 만들어 보자. 전 역시 합방 체질은 아닌가 봐요.
Oh, right, the siege unit. You know, I think we should. I wonder if we'll ever get an awakened siege unit. You know how ridiculously powerful that could be? That would be OP. Way too OP. There she is.
저 배지는 내 배지인데?
Actually, wait a minute. Did I ever get her skin? Did. Oh, wait, no, I didn't. I have to purchase this. I might purchase this one later. Because it's cool because, so the way that her abilities work, when she activates her specials, she summons like a truck. But if you get her skin, she actually summons this car right here. It's pretty dope. Yeah, I think we'll be fine. Still calling for the fairy. Man, even from the beginning, they really brought a lot of intensity to this. Oof. You know, it's quite interesting that even shadows like this one could injure Hilde. With all the experience that she has.
미션 성공. 좋아요 부탁드릴게요.
Okay, the crossroads. I might just go with HTR Berry again, but I'm not sure. Let's see, who else would I want to use? Give me 1 second. Alright, let's see. What do I do? What do I do?
이대로 독서굴에 가둘 건가? 아주 좋아. 여러분을 다시 가르치는 일이 없기를 바래요.
Okay, she does attack air. Okay. We'll use these units. All the years of wounds and injuries might have caught up to her. Huh. I do envy the part about you guys. I wish I was a bit healthier, but you're already doing squash, yoga, and Pilates. She does yoga? So wait a minute. You know, I really would like to know more about Olive, because I've heard some things about her. There's some things that's just very vague about her. It'd be interesting if the devs talk more about her on this, because apparently it's like she's pretty active, but yet she's like in a wheelchair. So I'm guessing like maybe her legs do work. It's just that I'm guessing like whatever that IV bag is, I guess she's using that maybe for an experiment, or I don't know. Maybe it's whatever that substance is. Maybe it weakens her a bit. So this is probably why she's using a wheelchair. But I wonder for what though? Why use whatever substance she's using? This is just an assumption of mine, so what I'm seeing from as an observation. But they don't really talk much about her. You can never let down your guard when it comes to health and fitness. I wonder what this is for. Oh, wait a minute. Dr. Park Giangia? Dr. Park Giangia. Gotta remember this. Dr. Olive Park. Huh. There might be more to this doctor than we thought. Huh. Well, that's the thing, Mina. You didn't dodge. Dodge a little faster. You didn't dodge. That's the whole point. Of course. That's funny he says that. Oh man, that's hilarious. If you know, you know. That really didn't sound like a compliment. Seemed like he was being real sarcastic. Man, this is so cool. They gotta do this more. They really do. Okay, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so for those of you who didn't mute the video, so I remember reading this from the first time, and with these words that he was saying, I immediately started picking up like my suspicion. Like I immediately started becoming suspicious, and I was like, wait a minute. It seems like he's trying to like convince her, but it didn't. The way he was saying his words, it kind of seems like he was trying to put a spell on her. Like his ability, like it almost as if he had an ability to, you know, to be able to manipulate people just by his words. So back then when I first read this, I was immediately assuming that he was capable of doing this, because just because of how suggestive he was. Say, oh, it's okay. How about you just run away? And it was kind of like a I don't know, like a logical ability that he was able to use. But I guess it's like a word of power, because you know later on we start to realize like, oh wow, he did have a type of word of power where he can control the memories of people and even sometimes influence their thoughts. Kind of like if you remember, there was I think it was either a substream or somewhere closer to the story where Kyle Wong ends up encountering the squad, and Ju Shi-yoon, he ends up using his word of power on Kyle Wong, and he starts to forget. But I think, if I remember correctly, he eventually starts to remember exactly what happened, but it was like months or maybe even a year or two later that he started to remember, and he started to realize, hey, you used that power on me and whatnot. Or it might have been where he started remembering things vaguely. It was one of the two. But his ability is like, it's insane that he could do that to some people, and even, you know, change up their memories a little bit, shift it around a bit, just by his own words. I wonder how he acquired that power, though. I'm not sure if the story ever explains that. Or maybe he was just born with that ability. But then when I think about it too, I wonder if his mother, Yenwa, I wonder if she had that ability as well. And maybe in the Bara episodes, maybe she had said a few things that could be like suggestive on there, but I don't know. That's kind of interesting to think about. Like, you know how she kept saying, "Oh yeah, leave. You have to leave this and that. Don't come after me. Don't come after me." Maybe that could have been one of her words of power. Possibly, one could say. That'd be cool though, if she had such an ability. Okay, Mina. I wonder if she'll say what her reason is. Or maybe I think she says her reason later on in the story. Yeah, it might be later on in the story. He's like, oh crap. I wasn't expecting this. There we go.
몸 등장!
영광으로 여기며 나를 처형했다고.
This should be enough.
운명의 진리를 강력하게 조금만 더.
뭐야? 또 있다고? 승리가 눈앞에 있어요.
조금만 더.
저질러버려!
세상의 실체 몸으로 배워야겠네. 패배자들. 이 감각. 주제를 하라.
무조건 있다니까요.
The thingamajig.
이 승리로 말미암아 보다 깊은 수렁으로 밀어넣어주게.
Nice job, Serapel. Okay, so 3-4. Man, these were really short back then. Wolf's Bane.
노력해 보겠습니다. 최선을 다하는 남자가 제 모토니까요.
맞도도 사장님.
Let's use a different ship. We'll use Albion. That is interesting. Being able to feel the pressure of a shadow. The energy pressure. Huh. So quickly, though. awakening sequence start?
조무대기들에게 겁먹을 쏘냐?
굳이 저까지 필요하시다면요.
I love this theme song. Oh man,
감히 우리
I think we did too much damage to her.
도망가려고?
Oh,
일망타진이다.
I think we hit her too hard. You abandoned me. Oh man, I remember seeing that. I was like, man, this chick is durable. Man, how epic is that? You know, I wonder if she always knew how to draw this weapon.
벌써 끝났나요? 그럼 전 퇴근할게요.
Her eyes turn red. I don't think I've ever noticed that detail. Interesting. Man, she really does look like a vampire. had no idea, but you knew how to draw it? So she never knew. She never knew that the gun was actually also a sword. Yeah, she's been a mercenary for a good amount of time, going from company to company, but never realizing that the weapon could do that up until this point. Interesting. So she drew the sword out of instinct. Indeed, Chiyun. Heals as fast as a hippo. Wait. Do hippos heal fast? Is that true? Hey, if anybody knows, feel free to let me know in the comments section. I didn't know that. I think when I read this before the first time, back then, I wondered about the same question, but I never decided to look it up. That would be fascinating information to know. One of those, those fun facts. Hippos can heal fast. I don't know. I guess we'll find out soon enough. If Shiyun's full of shit, or he's actually spitting facts. Related to the Bigfoot. Nice. Okay, so we got Act 4. Actually, let me check something. Can we finish Act 4? Actually, you know what? Yeah, we could. Yeah, you know what? We might actually be able to finish episode 1, actually. Okay. Let's see, what are we gonna do next? I'm gonna try something really different. Alpha tricks.
전 낯을 가리는 성격이라서요.
Yep.
새로운
We're gonna
동료들과
use alpha
함께
tricks. But we're not gonna go too hard because that would annihilate everybody too quickly. There you go. And
새로운
we got
동료분들이군요.
one more. Well, actually,
부탁드려요.
not even. We got 2 more. Okay, hold on. This is too many units. I think one is both of them are tower units.
오.
The sister and the brother.
가브리엘 준 더 비시어스 브레이커 참전한다.
There we go. The twins.
제가 해도 괜찮을까요?
I always used to think this was funny because she's a sniper, yet she's using an MP5 with no scope. You must be a badass. But then when I read more into her lore, and I can understand how she could be a sniper. And if you haven't read the substream, I recommend reading the substream of there is an Alphatrix one. An Alphatrix substream. I think it is that one. So I would recommend you read that one. Now, it doesn't tell you explicitly why she's a sniper type, but there is information that the story does share that can help you come to the conclusion on why this particular unit would be considered a sniper. But just in case, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So, for those of you who didn't mute the video, a fun fact is that the reason why she's considered a sniper is because her glasses actually, they look nice, right? But they're not just for show. They actually have like a high tech within the glasses. And the way that you know this too is because if you go to her, you go to her SSR forum, you notice that she doesn't have glasses on. It's because she never needed glasses. The glasses here were, they show specific information and all that stuff. So the glasses can act as a scope for the gun. So I'm guessing that she can use any gun that she wants, and the glasses will help her, do whatever it is to, reach the target and whatnot. Pretty interesting stuff. Okay, so let's continue on. I'm gonna use a different ship. Switch things up a little bit. I'm gonna use this. Uh-oh. All squad's in trouble. So now they're calling Fenrir Squad jerks. How ironic. Oh man, I love the banter. They really, we definitely need more alt squad stories. We definitely need more scenes with them. It's so lively even in the beginning. Wait, what did she say? I can make a sturdy shield thanks to all that fat. Oh man. Well, you don't want to get caught.
조무래기들에게 겁먹을 쓰냐? 등장! 방금처럼! 지금이 내가! 이거? 이렇게 누르면 되는 거 맞지? 감히 우리 앞에서 등을 아! 도망가려고? 영웅은 무조건 이긴다니깐요.
Uh-oh.
어때요, 여러분? 참 쉽죠?
Crocodile tears. Reveals itself. Uh-oh. Here we go. Let's make this interesting.
어떤 일에도 대충 최선을 다하자. 제 신조랍니다. 지시 바랍니다, 소대장님.
Actually, hold on. You know what? Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna do that real quick. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
정비 완료했습니다.
Gonna get her to 110. I think it would be a good idea to do that now. Ooh, an event is happening too? Nice. So that means I will have discounts. I love discounts. I want to get her Alternium.
신품을 출고하는
I don't need it for this mission, but I have been planning to use it. I just wasn't sure when was the right time for me to even do it, because I was like leveling up a whole bunch of other units and stuff like that. But I think it's a good time to do that. Blah 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 blah. Oh wait, she's got to be a 110 first.
카린 왕, 부름에 응합니다.
That's a little too much.
군인은 신뢰 없인 싸울 수 없죠. 군인은 신뢰 없인 싸울 수 없죠.
You know what? I could have just probably used this instead. Yeah. Yeah, it is what it is. Oh man, 1.5 mil too? So, the reason why I'm doing this here is because she has a real interesting anti-air expansion thing. She can literally, I've seen this happen too, where I've gone up against Karin Wong, and she can snipe air units right from the ship that she's in, which is pretty absurd. like getting her Alternium reactor and stuff unlocked, it's insane. See, I wanted to try and just conserve a bit more, just so I could get more of the, eventually the S fusion cores, so I can try and 120 all my awakens. I'm almost there, but yeah, still gonna take a couple more weeks, maybe a couple more months for me to complete everything. But yeah, let's see. We're gonna use Ahab. Okay, first off, we need to get a skin version of this. I would love for the devs to, get this version of her. Would love to have this. Man, the animations with the face on this, back then it was just like, yo, this is crazy. I'm like, this is really good. I think like out of I think at that time, maybe out of most of the units, yeah, you know what? Even to this day, I think that she has way more fluid animations to her face expressions. The way that it moves this way. Like, I think this would still be like at the top. Like, don't get me wrong, all the other animations are good, definitely good, and they definitely have gotten better over the time. But I would like to still think that this is still top notch, just because of how careful they are with the animations and how she is. The small grinning, the moving up the eyebrows, slowly blinking. It's so fluid. Damn. Running out of time. What time is being run out, though? She probably senses something. No one lasted long enough to hear my story. You gotta love the smugness of Seoyu.
이몸 등장!
Oh yeah, they're in some real trouble.
어디서 본 것 같은 작전 개시.
크게 다듬어 드리죠. 감히 우리 앞에서 등을 돌렸겠다.
Yep.
사격 개시.
영웅은 무조건 이긴다니깐요.
They got it. Oh man, this was so creepy back then. It was just like, damn. It's like super suspenseful. You know, she has a really cool design with this right here. But one of the important questions that we must know is, guys, would you? Would you? Oh, that's funny that she says that. Enjoys a real rebel every now and then. You don't say, Mystery Shadow. There you go. It's confirmed. The Eugen's Intel guys only. Whoa, 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 whoa. I get it. Seeing it on the dark network. Wait a minute. Seeing it in the dark network? You used to be a counter until the corruption consumed you. Is she talking about just, you know, the rumors? Or does she know, or did she at some point know exactly who she was before this happened? Before she got, you know, before she was corrupted? Okay, I'm thinking she probably is what she heard, like a shadow. Like, you see how like the animations change? It's insane. They did a really good job with her face expressions.
벌써 끝인가요? 여긴 아직 살만하네요.
Okay, 4-3. Hunting again. Alright, let's see. Who are we going to use this time? You know what would really be poetic? But it might be overkill, though. I was thinking about using Maestra. Hold on, before I even decide that. What else could I use? Okay, you know what? I want to try something out. Because this would be hilarious. If I could pull this off.
제 손으로 직접 조율해드리죠.
It's just Maestro. I know, it's gonna be crazy, right? We'll see what happens. Ministra. Hey, I know that name. Dang, slaughtered 5 counters. Man, Jushiyun is quite the womanizer, isn't he? commander I knew once told me this is just business. Oh yeah, Hilde said that. Thing like what? Back in Act 2? Or like Act 2, right? Yeah, it was Act 2. In cash. Okay, Mina. Even Hilde's like, what? She sure is. Mina's all about the money to the very end. Look at that. Another different face. Also too, if for those of you who was lucky enough to get Ministra or who already has Ministra or whatnot, she has these faces, these face expressions in the lobby as well. So if you were to put her into the main lobby, you can change her face and stuff like that, and it'll do the same thing. It's pretty cool. Oh, look at that. She's got another face expression. They really did a good job with this. Is that like a scar or something like that? Or a tattoo? Yeah, she probably wasn't grateful to that. Ooh, there we go. Her jewel. There's the Ministro we all know. You know, back then, when I first read through this, I was like, yo, This would be insane if we ever get a unit like this. I was like, I wonder if they would, if they would, you know, if the devs were willing to do that. Lo and behold, it ended up becoming a unit. That you talk too much.
몸 등장!
Alright, let's see what happens.
연주에 맞춰 함께 가시죠. 고결한 신비가 될 수 있도록.
Can't stop the music.
아직 절정에 이르는 멀었어.
Oh, she wiped them out.
또 있다고?
Yeah, that debuff is too much for them. Uh-oh.
승리가 눈앞에
I don't know if you can
있어요.
handle this, Minister. Maestro's got you beat. Oh yeah, it's over. GG's.
승리가 눈앞에 있어요. 저질러버려.
Oh, that is hilarious. Maestro is just too strong. You know, Maestra needs her unique gear. She really needs that. I vote that she gets her. I vote that she's the next one to get her her unique gear, because I personally think that she needs it. She definitely needs it. The buff was nice and all, but she definitely needs her unique gear or an Alternium reactor if they still decide to keep that feature. Now, some of you may think that I'm crazy, that, you know, she's already too strong, but I think she needs it. She definitely needs it for more survivability. She may not need it for speed, because that's what Plaga is for. Even, you know, even if you decide to not use the speed type gear, Plaga and having a ship that can be applied to more speed, especially if you're gonna increase it to level 130, that would be more than enough, I would think. It's like, what are you talking about, Mina? You're just crazy. It's all in your head. Maybe you use your CRF too much. Oh, did she slap her or did she punch her? Whew. She's a brutal businesswoman. But fair is fair. Daylight robbery. Yeah, they did pretty much went AWOL. A lesson fee for opening my eyes. Oh boy. The foreshadowing of Omen. Omen sounds. And it looks like a rivalry just started. I have no idea either. Typical Hill Day response.
부부가 된 기념 선물이에요. 마음에 드시나요?
You know, Maestra killed them a lot faster than I would have expected. Common sense doesn't exist in the CounterSide. Even the hardest, fastest rule, the dead don't talk. Has to be proven by a sword. Whoa, hold up. I never got a full medal from this? Wow. Man, this must have been such a long time ago. I think also too, this is when I first got my first Awaken unit. Which was Yumina. She was my very first Awaken unit that I've gotten. But I don't think like she was strong enough at that time to, you know, handle a situation like this, because back then this used to be like a bit challenging. I wonder if it was because of this. Well, we're gonna change that. Wait, oh, okay, so this is what they were talking about, right? This is what I was talking about before, like on the first, you know, the very first time when I started the game, what I was explaining to you guys before, on how the game will deliberately force you to fill these slots in. So let's say if I just tried to do this, right? Like just activate it, it's not going to do it. When the yellow light tends to happen, when this tends to appear, you're gonna see a lot more of this in later episodes, and you know, maybe going forward all the episodes. Just because I guess they wanted to make things a little, I don't know, maybe a little challenging or whatnot, or they wanted to do something with this, but not sure what it is. But I think that this whole feature here should be, you know, reworked a little bit, changed, just so, you know, it just doesn't really make sense to have this happen, where, you know, having a whole full team like this, especially if you're able to replace some of the guest NPCs with your own units if you have it. So it's like having a whole full squad would just make things more OP. But then again, you know, there are specific missions in which having more units actually makes it more challenging, which it kind of don't make sense in a way, right? Where it's like, isn't having less units supposed to be more challenging? But somehow they figured out a way to make it challenging the more units that you use, and the game forces you to add more units to fill these slots up. So kind of a bit annoying sometimes, but it is what it is, right? Okay, so what do I do here? So the Alt Squad and Fenrir Squad is here, right? So I mean, we might as well use Fenrir Squad. I mean, at this point, they're really overpowered right now. So I don't know. What should I do? Should I add like a third squad unit? I wonder what units have I not used in such a long time? Of course. Why didn't I think of it? Before I do that though, let me see something. Is she a part of that same squad? Oh yeah, right. She is considered to be a part of that. Wait, really? I didn't know she was a part of this. Ah, come on, where is it? Did I pass it? I think I passed it. I think I went a little too far. Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah. So she is a part of it. Okay, got it. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. All right, Mr. Mason. We're gonna use Mason and Jane Doe. Mr. Mason. The numbers, Mason. What do they mean? I never unlocked her abilities, right? Becomes immune to damage during the enhanced attack and casts the extra enhanced attack upon 10 evasions. I forgot she had this outfit. It can't be purchased? Wait a second. was this like for a special event? I forget how to get this. Why wasn't this released? This must have been like one of those early times. I don't remember. Oh, you know what? I wonder if it'll ever appear on the ticket or something like that. There's a special condition I think you have to meet in order to get this. Maybe not. Man, I would have loved to get
이렇게
this outfit.
적극적인 어프로치는 오랜만인걸?
Alright, it is what it is. It's like, what? Is he some kind of monster?
언제 불러줄지 기다렸어.
어이쿠.
Oh man, I remember seeing this. This is so epic.
좀 떨어졌으면 좋겠네. 정말이 없잖아. 장전 완료다. 날 역습.
Interesting. It's interesting that she says that.
계약대로
Huh.
처리했어. 월말 보너스.
Oh my god, are you serious? Again? You know, to be fair, I did forget to add in the stronger units on here. Should I start this again? Nah, I'll do it later. It's really interesting that she used those, you know, she used those choice of words. All right. Mission under my leadership. Gap just like glazing itself. Oh, Platina Express. Oh man, these animations are so cool, man. To get that checked out. I don't think you can. Well, maybe you can in this universe. Ah, that's so epic. there you go. His power words. So, if you guys remember back then, like a few episodes back, when he was telling Mina to give up, to run away, his suggestions were actually in a form of power within those words, in trying to persuade her. Kind of like in Star Wars, when Jedi's or even Sith tends to use the Force, they say, "Oh, you will do this." I think they call it Force words, something like that, where you could be incredibly suggestive. My words are jumbling. When you're suggesting, you're being very, very suggestive to people, and they consider what you're suggesting. Oh man, that's right there. I remember seeing things like this. I'm like, man, what type of character is this Ju Shi-yoon person? Is he an ally or the villain? CounterSide. Oh man, what a way to begin this. Oh yeah, that's right. They did this too.
Even if there's nowhere to go, what I want to say, I've been still making your shadow. I show to all for me, all the way I'll begin. Find me, and this war, and this war.
There you go. And that is the end of episode 1. Oh man, this episode brings back so many memories on this. And still it still brings that nostalgic feeling back again of, as if I'm reading it for the first time all over again. You know what they really need to do too? They should definitely invest more in getting a new trailer for the game. I think that would, it'd be nice to to have like a nice fresh start of something else. For it's nice to see something different and new. Breathe more life into the game. But man, that just, it's awesome how they set it up this way, where it's like this entire episode 1 was considered to be a tutorial for the player to understand exactly how the universe, how this universe works, and the concept of counters and whatnot. But they really did talk about some really interesting stuff right here, that some things that I have missed before, and they mentioned some really interesting words, some really interesting choices of words what specific characters have talked about, like Seo Yoon and what Mina had said, and you know, just a lot of things that Mina was missing. Truly some real insightful stuff. And then knowing what you know later on and whatnot, it's just it's interesting. This is great. So next time we are then going to be starting episode 2, the Replacer Saga. Yeah, this is gonna be quite something. Definitely quite something. The what is it? The missions will be a little bit more challenging, a little bit, but yeah. We're probably gonna meet some type of resistance maybe around episode 5, because episode 5 you'll start to see where they start to add a bit more gimmicks to the game and whatnot. Now, if you're curious on that, you could check out one of my other videos, which was called "Where Do I Begin?" in CounterSide, and you can see a little bit of the gimmick fights. I don't like in those type of videos. I don't I don't press anything with the story, so I don't have anything being read on the story. I just skip through it just to get to the battles, just because that video has its own type of purpose. But other than that, we are going to be going through them and reading through it this time, since we're doing recaps and whatnot. But yeah, that's gonna be pretty cool. Now, before I even end this, we're gonna do about 2 matches of PvP. So this week is supposed to be a bit brutal. So I was using a few other teams on here, and then I recently today started building this up, and it's been good so far, but I think some players are starting to catch on. So there may be a chance that other players have done similar builds, and people are doing like a few counteracts on this. But we'll see how we do. We'll see how we do.
이몸 등장!
와서 나.
이 길은 정의를 새기리. 받아치겠어.
가끔은 일광욕도 나쁘지 않지.
Oh, I think I screwed up. Because my Veronica was supposed to stay away from that, but now that Queen's here, I may have to change this up.
이거 이렇게 누리면 되는 거 맞지?
와라.
사자성이 보이나요?
Yeah, okay.
부상.
So I'm just gonna have to summon Yumin to handle this.
널 위한 거다.
Nice, alright, cool. So now Yumin is paying attention to her. Perfect.
너의 실력으로
어떻게든 해보자.
This is still gonna be a little bit tricky, just because, Esther Rosa is right here. So I'm just gonna use, let me see if I can get King to try and change this around. Alright, perfect. Push them back. Now, Queen's gonna be a bit of a problem, but maybe King could really handle this. I might have to use Essa Rosa just to buy me some more time, but I don't know if I can get there in time, if Yumin can survive long enough for me to do this. Alright, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and summon Felix at this time, if King can survive a little bit longer. Alright, doesn't look like it. So maybe I can try and gun Essa Rosa down before it's too late. But it doesn't look like that's gonna be possible. But we can try. See, my mistake was that I had Essa Rosa get too close. So it kind of spelled out my doom from the start. Otherwise, this would have ended a lot differently. But I'll make sure I won't make that mistake again. I didn't expect, like, I wasn't expecting like the distance to be this close on this map, and that was like my error. So this was a well-deserved loss on this. So we'll start this again the proper way. Oh, they're using this character. I think I know exactly what they're gonna do with this one, but we're gonna go and do this the other way. Oh, and then +2, we don't have her on this again. Felix. So the main strategy on this was that I needed to get Felix to immediately be here, but maybe we can still do this. Alright, so yeah, they're summoning this unit, that's fine. So the main goal is to summon Replacer King so we can overwhelm our opponent, which I'm going to do right now. By the time they start dying, King should be able to handle this. Okay, I'm going to try and summon Nayumin just because Noelle could be quite a bit of a problem. Oh wow, she's still alive? Oh man, I was not expecting that. Oh nice, we got the ultimate out though, just in time. Yep, and she's focused on that team, so it's perfect. Then I'm gonna use Nayumin. We still got this, but it's gonna be a little bit challenging because Essa Rosa is still there. Wow, the fact that Felix is still alive is something. Oh, okay, she's dead now. I'm gonna summon Veronica again just to push him back. Oh, well, he surrendered. Okay. You know what? We're gonna play one more. We'll play one more. You know, just because I made a huge colossal mistake at the beginning. We should have actually won that one, but I made a big colossal mistake on my part. So good on the opponent for capitalizing on that. But we'll do one more. Number 3. I don't remember being around that rank before. Oh, okay. I could have sworn I was still on rank 4. Alright, let's see if we can do this right. Okay, this is gonna be a little bit challenging only because Felix is all the way at the back, which is not good. Yeah, that's not good. So what I'm gonna do is I'll just use her. I'll just use her here. Like one of the big parts of this strategy is to summon Felix for this, but because we wasn't able to summon Felix, we have to do things a little bit differently now. So this is gonna be a bit challenging, unfortunately. So I'm gonna have to summon King now, and I gotta summon Felix later. And hopefully Noel doesn't wipe everybody out so quickly.
잠깐만. 일광욕도 나쁘지 않아.
But it looks like that's gonna be the case.
징크죠? 이 파도는 너희에게 좀 거칠 거야. 계속해보자.
Yeah, I don't know if King can last. Yeah, he's not. Yeah, we kind of got screwed. We kind of got screwed pretty bad from the start. Because they put Felix all the way at the bottom of the map, and that's not really good.
함께 헤어지자. 저희는 평온을 위해.
So yeah, this is pretty much GG's. Yeah, unfortunately, that's usually one of the things that can happen. Like, you know, if you don't have the right units, there's really no way for you to cycle through the units or anything like that. So it's just like you gotta make do with what you got, you know. But you know, we could play one more though. I'll do one more. Yeah, that's one of the things that could end up happening to you, where there's no way to switch, you know, to cycle through units except for summoning them, and sometimes you'll be put into a position where you'll have nothing but high level deployment units, and then, you know, it's nothing you can really do about it. But it is what it is. That's PvP for you. Who knows, maybe we'll get lucky with the next one. Okay, how this one we're pretty close.
와선 안 될 곳에 오셨군요.
이곳에서 여러분의 긍지를 안겠습니다. 받아치겠어.
네가 좋아하던 바다는 이제 악몽에서 보게 될
Okay, normally I would summon a tank with this, but now I'm gonna use this here because this is gonna increase her skill haste. So she's gonna be doing what she needs to do a lot faster. And I'm gonna summon this here, and this is gonna be enough for King. So now when you see Noel show up here, this is where I'm gonna try and get King to try and do something about this.
따스함 같은
But it is a possibility that she might kill Felix very fast, because a lot of people tend to use this strategy a lot when that happens. So this is anybody's match still. Yeah. So I might lose this one. It's a possibility. If I can summon Yugen a lot faster to handle this. Oh wait, Noel's dead though. Okay, so there might still be a chance actually. Really? Now Yugen's not able to beat the abilities on there? I guess when he was able to use his what's that ability called? The barrier reflux. It's still anybody's game still, but I gotta be very careful. Oh, okay, this is going to be pretty tough. Okay, I might have to try and keep King alive. Alright, so what I'm gonna try and do, I'm gonna try and summon Felix, and I'm gonna try and get her to use her ability. But this is gonna be a very close match right here. Oh yeah, we might lose. I don't know if Felix can do it in time. Yeah. We were almost there too.
최후지 도망 못 쳐.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not gonna work this way. So sometimes the distance can also be like also a pretty difficult thing as well, because you see how this map, this is like basically the same match from before, where everything is just too close. So therefore, I should have changed up a different strategy just because of how the distance is. And I wasn't counting on Veronica to be like, I wasn't counting on Veronica to be that slow and getting to Estarossa, and by the time she got to Estarossa was already a little too close to the positioning of my ship. And therefore, when I used Felix, it was already a done deal from the start. I know I keep saying like one more, but I like playing PvP a lot. So we'll do this is the last one. I promise this time. So I'm just gonna get this out quick.
즐거운 시간.
이거 이렇게 누르면 되는 거 맞지? 진짜버린 기억들을 맹세를 남겨 나아가라.
저런 건 필요 없지.
Alright, so I'm gonna summon Kyle Wong for this, and then I'm gonna try to summon King as fast as I can.
주인님의 평온을 위해 계속 움직여. 예상대로. 저런 건 필요 없지.
실력을 평가해 주지.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do something a bit different. I'm gonna use this to activate Shayna. What is it, Sasha? Because this is a perfect time to do it. I'm gonna summon Veronica again to see what happens. See what we can do about it. Okay, we wiped everybody out. Nice. And that's what I wanted to show you guys. That this team is pretty fucking brutal. It's pretty brutal. If you what's it called? Like if you have like the right circumstances and the right distance, you can do some pretty crazy damage. Like the fuckery that can happen, like with things like that, it's crazy. But you know, as you can see, like, you know, it is possible to beat that type of build. But when it works, you get some really fascinating results. And you know, distance is one of the important things when doing PvP. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the PvP match and the first episode of the completion of episode 1, and we're gonna be starting episode 2. That story is gonna be quite crazy because it just gets better and better the more you tend to read it, especially when it comes down to the substreams, because everything is just so connected, and it's pretty cool, you know, having to go back and reread all of this again. But before I go, guys, I do also have, you know, other channels too. I have a music channel, and I also have a gaming shorts clip. So I did create a shorts channel where that's where I'm posting my CounterSide shorts at. So it'll be like the irony of gaming shorts. That's what it's called. You could also find it in, you know, you can find the link to the channel in the description of the video. So you can feel free to check that out if you want. And yeah, I also have some other games that I play too on the channel. Seeking to build up a library for the channel, you know, showing different types of variety gaming and whatnot. But yeah, feel free to check that out. I'm out of here, guys. Catch you later.